The political and social climate of the time in which a writer lives and works has a profound influence on his thinking and writing, and Saroyan was no exception.
I suppose the thing to bear in mind about these stories is when they were written. They were, for the most part, written in the year 1935. That was a year of depression. That was a year in which the whole Western world was concerned about the struggle between the poor and the rich, so to put it, to oversimplify it. The communist idea was strong in almost all intellectuals, all people who had a concern about equity in human affairs. Some became out and out communists, even members of the party. Some became very sympathetic toward the goals of communism, as such goals were understood to be or misunderstood to be. There is no necessity for me not to acknowledge that I regarded the Russian Revolution and the establishment of communism in an enormous geographical area of the world as probably precisely the kind of thing that would make a living for everybody everywhere an improvement. I was very naive in the sense that when I went to Russia, I expected to see a whole human improvement, a new human race, and of course that's something that just doesn't happen overnight or in a century or in 5 centuries. I had imagined that I would find in Russia the hope of the human race. A very naive expectation, and I was disillusioned completely. I was disappointed in what I found in Russia, for I had wanted to believe that there was some dramatic hope of improvement in the whole human race. And I had felt, without ever going into anything like a belief in political communism, I had felt that this might just be the way that it would work, since it was something I could understand. That is to say, the intention there was, above all things, not to give the common people, the majority of the people, the bum's rush, but to respect them deeply. But then when I went to Russia, I saw that they were getting as much the bum's rush as they were in America. The millionaire wasn't the big man in Russia, it was the man with political power, and he was the equivalent of a millionaire. And he had a membership in a class as unique as the class of the millionaire in America. And so there is that kind of sarcastic despair in the tone of the stories written while I was traveling through Russia.
His disillusionment with communism is clearly expressed in this excerpt, which he reads from a story titled "The Little Dog Laughed."
The dog quieted down and stretched out at my feet. "Pleasant evening," I said. I always speak of the pleasantness of the evening when it is no use talking about anything else. Actually, however, I felt miserable because I was disgusted with everything. The dog said, "What of it? Who cares about that?" "Well," I said, "it isn't much, but it's something." "Sure," said the dog. "Anything, something, so what?" "The Russians are all right," I said. "They mean well. The idea is to give everybody a chance to begin to be alive, even you." "Ha ha," said the dog. "That's funny." "The only reason we have the same evils here in Russia as we have in capitalist countries," I said, "is that it takes time." "Ha ha, listen to him," said the little dog. "Just listen to him." "There will be another war, of course," I said, "and Russia will hop right into it and have a lot of Russian kids slaughtered, but it is not because Russia wants a war, it is because you can't extend communism all over the world until there is one war after another, and half the people of the world are dead, and capitalist governments are weakened, and then the people, The people rise and take over everything. Ha ha, said the dog. What's there to take over? Ha ha, they can have it. What are they going to do with it after they've taken it over? Plenty, I said. Equal distribution of wealth for one thing. Ha ha, said the dog. You mean equal distribution of poverty. And no classes, I said. All men equal. Ha ha, said the dog. All men equally mediocre. That's what you mean, comrade. And then, I said, there will no longer be any private ownership. Ha ha, said the dog. There never has been any private ownership of property. There never has been any private ownership of anything. No more hunger in the world, I said. Ha ha, said the dog. There are kinds of hunger. No more fear, I said. Ha ha, said the dog. Not much, comrade, not much. No more conflict, I said. Ha ha, said the dog. And in this fashion we carried on a long conversation. I was very serious, and I wanted to be on the side that wanted everybody to be able to begin to be alive, but the little dog laughed at everything I said. So I got up and went away. When I got to the bridge, I looked back and saw the dog lift its head toward the moon, and then it began to howl again. And the story is dated London, July 1935.
Saroyan continues his reading and reminiscing on the next recording.